Good morning, everyone. This is Key of W with Island of Insight. We're back. We never really left, actually. I've just been waiting here for you since the last video. So I have spawned in next to a bunch of puzzles, so I'm actually going to just do those. Let's see where all of these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This looks annoying. What if I started with this one over here? I'll take it. Just barely in the gold time there. Actually, how are we doing on puzzles in this area? A lot of glide rings. Yeah, I mean, this area I've done the least amount of puzzles in anyway. There's another set of flow orbs over there. Let me take care of this one right here. Are we grabbing it near wind? What's happening here? Where is it? Oh, it's up there. At least it gives me a lot of time to find it. There's another, yeah, wandering echo right here. I see the, something. The mosaic. Shifting mosaic, that's what it's called. I see that one here. I'm pretty sure I just got to move these out of the way. Yep. And then we're good. Let's grab this one as well. Get this flow orb off of my list. There's a cube here too, but I'll grab it in a second. I'll actually grab it now. Touch all 8 flow orbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is going to be a little annoying, I think. I want to grab the 2 high ones first, probably, so I don't have to worry about falling down on stuff. That's alright, I'll take that. And we'll get this one right here. Might as well do one of these. Don't make this. So they all gotta be rectangles. All light regions of area 5, so that means these have to be dark. That means we can't obviously do this. Light regions of area 5. Okay. So if we did this move, we'd be good. I'm just assuming here. This would be our only way to make the top section work. I think? No. No, hold on. This is a problem. This is a problem. Hold on. So let's go back a bit. Oh. If I do this... That's kind of going. This would have to be a dark cell. Yeah, okay, so I was right. This has to be a dark cell. No, this can't work either, because then we're overflowing. Hold on. What am I not understanding? All light regions of area 5. Don't make this pattern. Oh, I don't have to only do 2. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. I'm assuming every single dark section is an area 2 for no reason at all. So let's start with getting these out. Now these have to be. That means that's got to be a dark cell. This could be, or that could be. So let's go back to this one being a light cell. I can continue what I was doing before here. I just can't make curvy thing. I can make rectangles, and that's all I can make. So this would make, so this would still be a 2 pattern, but that's all we'd know of that. So I could still do this. I can do it this... No, I can't do it that way. I would do it... I would still keep this going. This is okay to be a single. And then we have singles there. That's totally fine. I just misread that badly. Okay. Now that I've taken care of the puzzles that are right here, what I'd like to do... Did this appear while I was gone? This is an interesting little... since I'm in this area, let's head back to shifting in phase. Not because I think I'm going to be successful. Oh no. Heavens, no. But I'm going to look at it and see if I can't make any progress at all. And if I can't make any progress at all, then sorry for wasting your time. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm trying not to look stuff up. I'm using foresight hints for some logic grid puzzles that I think are terrible, like the underclued ones. But overall, I'm trying not to do those types of hints. I'm trying to solve everything quote-unquote legitimately. Just for my own pride. There's really no reason. There's nothing wrong ever with looking up solutions for video games. It's just video games. Connect dark cells. I think one of these... If neither of those are dark... That's fine. Then this one has to be. Which would mean this one is... Which... Okay, I mean, that one is too. That doesn't tell me anything. I was thinking if one of these is dark, then that one's dark. But it's okay for both of these to be light. Anyway. Connect all dark cells. Dark cells gotta come... Oh, so I gotta see... So this type of thing... Oh, hold on. This can't be a dark cell. This actually has to be light cells here. So that means we have this coming out this way. Which means we can only move this so far. I think actually that we have to move it its fullest amount. And that means we have to have these be dark cells. This is going to see the 6. That's going to be an issue. Means the 6 has to go up 1 space. Okay, so far actually this was right. This is in fact how it's going to be done. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to try to solve these normally, and in today's video I'm not going to look up the answers if I can't figure it out. So if I can't figure out the shifting... Oh, good grief. Let's try going around the other side. If I can't figure out this shifting mosaic... Oh, there it is. Then I'm going to just say I can't figure it out. You know what I mean? Ah! Man, I gotta be really fast on this one. Is it possible to fit? It is possible to fit through here. Okay. There we go. Anyway, so I could be struggling. If I struggle in a lot of attempts at doing this, because this is like my 4th attempt at this area, if I continue to struggle after multiple attempts, maybe I start looking up solutions just to make sure that there's not a lot of videos of nothing happening, but I still don't like that solution. This one, here, let's make it this one. This one looks stupidly tricky. So we know this gold piece is going to have to get out of this machinery. The only way to move it, if I move these pieces over like so, I can get the gold piece out. I could also get the gold piece out doing this, but it doesn't seem to change much. So let's get these 3 pieces out of the system. I wonder if there's a way to get a piece out of the system on this side. So now to get this gold piece further over, I need to get everything over. Hold on, how about before we start, let's get this piece out of the system, but then we can't move it, so we have to get it here. Get these pieces out of the system. If we get it like this... No. Is there any way to... Let's get this piece out of the system. Now, I'm definitely trapped because there's nothing... There's no way to get these out. Maybe... Okay, if I get this, I can move a piece, but I can only move it once. So what I need is actually... This does need to be in the system so far. So I can put this... Let's put this down here for a second. That's not going to be great. This does need to be in here, which makes this very annoying. So I need to get these swapped. I can move this over one more, and I can swap the direction here, put the gold on the closer side. But now I need to get this over one more space. So we can... Okay, let's... put this here. That's not going to work because, yeah, what I want is this piece over one more. But to get it over one more, these need to be out. Right? Like, I can get this over. We're great. That's perfect. Is there any way to start this off with this piece being further to the left? Okay, so let's get this out. All the way down here, maybe. Oops, hold on. We pull this over. Like so. Now what does this do? I need this gold piece on the right side, and the only way to do that is something like this. Hold on. No. Definitely want to start with these moves. Pushing these all the way over. Like, what I'm wondering is, can I get this to switch so that, like, it isn't start with the gold on the top, but on the bottom in this area? Like, can I switch it in any way? Here we go. Like, this switches, but now we're stuck. If I pull this out and do the same trick, this is stuck. See, okay, now this gets the gold here, but it doesn't help me out of that jam. And this can't get out because now this is too far over this way. Yeah. So it needs to be here. I want to line these up. That's not going to work because it's there. If I do this, gold's still on top. I would want that to somehow switch positions. Yeah, I think this is the one that stumps everybody. I think this needs to move over one more. This will allow me to move there. That switches the positions, but how do I get it back in and down here? This is still not switched. Switching here allows me to move all the way over. Gold on top, but it's all the way to this side. This needs to be in here. Gold's still on top, it's not switched, but instead of being in this section, it's all the way over. Does that in any way change the predicament? Doesn't look like it. If we move this down, we're back to where we were just a second ago. Moving these up doesn't really help. Like, this is just trapped. This needs to be one space over. Judging by how just people have reacted to this puzzle in particular, I think this one is like the trickiest one in the whole game. There's no real reason to not put these in, right? Because having only 2 of these out doesn't really help me. Having this one out also doesn't help me, I don't think, because I can't push this over far enough. I need to push it over this far. But then we're kind of trapped. The cycle begins this way. There's really no other thing I can do. So the trick with these puzzles is that there really are a finite number of moves. And how they make them hard is they make it so that you can't, one of the moves you just don't think of doing. And if you were to systematically go through and look at every possible move, you would eventually have your solution. So I need this to be all the way to the left while this is all the way to the right. So the only way to move this over to the right is to get these pieces out and these pieces to be on the top. But the only way to get these to swap positions is to bring them here. If I could then somehow get... Like... Yeah, this doesn't really do anything. I could swap the positions in here, right? No, it doesn't really seem to do all that much. Like, okay. What if we swap? We have to do like this. Put this in here. But now... Okay, this piece can at least get out now. But we are trapped. No, do I have it? Do I have it? Did I figure this frickin' puzzle out? No, I didn't, because we're trapped here. No, I got... Oh my gosh, I did it. Oh, I hate that puzzle so much. I don't actually hate it. I love it. It's a really, really good puzzle, but it's too hard for me. Yeah, it just depended on me figuring out a move I hadn't thought of. I think on that one it was separating, so the gold piece started with a single blue block, and it was you're tempted to keep those two blocks together, but you actually want to separate them. Okay, I'm going to do some other puzzles just for fun. No 4 in a row. Okay, well that's going to stop a few things here. But we do have to connect all dark cells. No 4 in a row. This is forced. We don't have to connect all light cells, so that's good. Oops, we have to stop these. So this is going to be dark cell easy. These can be dark cells. Those got to be light cells. We do have to connect these out. These have to be light cells because we have to connect all dark cells. Where do we go from here? Where's the obvious? We can bring this up just fine. This can... Okay, if this comes up this direction, we would have to block everything in this way anyway. So this does, in fact, have to come out to the left. The question is, how far to the left does it go? We have to stop the 4 in a row. So stop 4 in a row. Okay, so this does come up, which means this is our way in and out. 3. Now, if it's here, we're stuck. So that's got to be a light cell, which means this could be how we connect over here without too much issue. We could connect here without too much trouble. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. Alright, that was not interesting. That didn't sound like music, that sounded like malarkey. Okay, well, these can't connect to each other. We can't have any dominoes. Can't have any squares. So this is going to definitely go at least that far. And we can't have any diagonals. So every single dark square is completely surrounded like so. We have to bring these. That means the 11 is finished there. No squares. No square. Okay, well, that's just a really simple pattern. We have 28 flow orbs? Are you kidding me? Okay, let's start at the very top and see what we can grab. I think this is as high as it goes. This one's going to be all about the patience of collecting them all and missing a few easy ones, like... What the hell is this? There's still 11 orbs to collect? Where are they? They're up on a higher level, which I'm going to have to find. Okay, so I just need to make sure I don't accidentally drop too low too early, because it's a pain in the butt to get back up. So let's grab the ones in here now. This is irritating, actually. There's just too many of them to be interesting. Oh, there's one down here I didn't grab. And one up there. Ah. So we're going to try that again. Nope. Motion in this game is too slow. Quest for Perfection. I haven't done that yet. I thought I did them all, but I was mistaken. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. God damn it. This game is terrible for movement. Like, I've said it a million times. It's not new. It's just, it is really bad for movement, so movement puzzles suck really bad. I'm stuck again. I'm not going to make it. I have to make it under 40. Nope. Let's get up to the top. It's going to bother me on the way up. No. Okay. Can I get in from here, please? No? Oh, god damn it. This is really... I hate this one. I absolutely hate this one. Because it would be clever in a game that was designed for movement around this, but this is really irritating. Because this game is not designed to do movement, so every movement puzzle is just a battle of what is... Okay, we're going to start over, because it took... The floaty movement keeps carrying me past where I want to go, and I can't control it once it gets that way. So yeah, the way these go is if you're designing this game and your movement is floaty and you're like, I still want to have movement puzzles, you need to make them very easy. You just have to do that. You just have to make the movement puzzles easy. There's nothing you can do about it, because otherwise what you're doing is you're making the difficulty not come out of the puzzle, but out of the frustration that is trying to control the character. So that is beyond irritating, and a good puzzle designer would know that and design the puzzles so you don't have to do this, because this is really bad. Like, I'm saying this as I'm doing an okay job at it. I'm not like struggling too much. I got the gold time, but like that, it wasn't a fun experience to do that. It was a slog. Alright. Okay. Alizarin Awakening? I don't think I get to wear that. No, I don't get to wear that. Okay. There it is. Okay, that's got to be there. Don't make... Ooh, no diagonals of white. That's all we know. Okay, interesting. That's got to be blocked as well. 8... Where's the obvious move? If I did this move, we would have to make that a dead end. That's totally fine. This is possible. This is also possible. Well, here's the thing. Is if I make this move, I also have to block these, because no diagonals are allowed. So what if I did this? We would be blocked here and here. Actually, hold on. If I make this move, these are blocked. So this has to be a dark cell. The 8s definitely have to be here. We can't have any diagonals. The 5 now could move this way, but it would block all of these. Well, actually, they all have to be straight lines. So something like this wouldn't work because we would be blocking the 5. Therefore, the 5 and the 3 can't connect. these can't connect because once I do this, yeah, I can't connect any two with different numbers to each other. Okay, I can't also do this, so it's got to go one direction only. Five, these... Well, this 5 can't connect to the 4, so this 5 is going to connect to one of these two. Perhaps this direction? Yeah, because the 5 can't connect up this way. So the 5 is going to connect across, making the 2s go downward. 4 has to go out that way. The 3 is going to go up and down, for sure. 4 has to go across. Okay, I'm starting to get it. This 4 has to go down. There's no way around it. The 5 has to go up and down. This way. There we go. That was an interesting one. Ah. Movement guy, okay. There's another one somewhere around here. I hear him. Alrighty. Just area numbers and galaxies, nothing else special happening. So the 5, this either goes straight out or it goes like this. Actually, hold on, this is set already. 3 can't connect any of those. Either of these connections are fine. This 4 is never going to connect to the galaxy, so we got to watch out for that. So the only place it can connect is like so. 5 ain't going to connect there. The 9 can't connect here. That would overload it. Again, we can do any of this. This 3 can't connect to the galaxy. So if it goes up, it has to go to the left. I see. This would be a problem because then we would have to connect down there. So we don't connect it here or there. The 9 can go here, but it can't go there or here. Or there. So actually we do extend it these ways. Interesting. Okay, so where's the Shior in this location? Oh, it's got that red... Where's the green box again? That is not the same symbol as what is down there. Or that one. There's 3 separate symbols on this building. Oh yeah, I hear a cube. It's probably up here. There. You know what? Let's take care of the quest for perfection now. Let's do it. Okay, no 4 in a row at all, and connect all dark cells. So this would make a 4 in a row. These would make 4 in a row. So we're in trouble. We do have to connect all dark cells. So what do I know? Oh, those have to be light cells. So connecting all dark cells does mean we have to extend these out. So this is going to be the choke point here. Excellent. This could be a dark cell or a light cell, not sure yet. This is your choke point here. That's your choke point there. Okay, so this has to be a dark cell. Excellent. 1 down, 24 to go. So no squares, no white squares. All dark regions have area 2 and connect all light cells. So these cannot connect to each other. Light cells must escape. Dark regions have area 2 means these are complete. Light cells must escape. This must be a light cell. No white squares. Still don't know something that these can't connect to each other, and the light cells must escape. Corner rule. These can't connect. Light cells must escape. There we are. These can't connect. Uh-huh. This is the only place to put that. Corner rule. Alright, where do we go from here? This could be dark. Okay, here's the case. If this is a dark cell right here, then this must be a dark cell right above it, because they have to have area 2. Now, if this is a light cell, this must be a dark cell because you can't have light squares. Therefore, that is the dark cell. Now, up here, what do we do? One of these two must be dark, but only one. If this is the dark cell here, then this would be a light cell, which would force this to be a dark cell, which would have nowhere to go. Therefore, this is a light cell. No squares. We have to connect these. Corner rule. Let's go. No squares. Light cells must connect. No squares. Okay, and no squares. Nice, that's number 2. Okay. No 4 in a row of any kind, and we have to connect all the dark cells. So that's got to be blocked, that has to be blocked, and that has to be blocked. So when we connect the dark cells, these must come out. We cannot have 4 in a row of any kind. Let's see, this must extend out. Do we have another spot I can do this trick on? That has to extend. Well, here's the thing. If a dark cell is here, that's a light cell. So the dark cells can't come through here. They have to come around this way. We know that much. That means these cells must come up through here. Actually, this was a guess, and I shouldn't have done that. It could have gone up. No, actually, no. It has to go through here, because if it goes up to this point, it can't move to the right or up. That would block it. So we have this. If we have this being a dark cell, then this would be a light cell, this would be a light cell. There'd be no way through. Therefore, that's a dark cell, and that's a light cell. There we are. So we got to somehow bring through here, but I'm not 100% sure yet how that's going to go. Now, these dark cells have to escape. That means they must come through here, but we have to block these. These are now forced. This is forced. So the only way through here is this passageway. All right, this has to come down through here somehow, and it's going to have to do the loop around. This does the loop around, and we have brought ourselves to here. Okay, now for this part down here. We have to block all 4 in a rows. So this is our final version. All right, number 4. No dominoes in black. Excellent. Now we want no 4 in a row for white. So those have to be blocked. Connect all light cells is going to force us to make these choices here. Block the 4 in a row. Let's see, any other spot? Block 4 in a row there. Block a 4 in a row here. We have to connect all light cells, so this will come out, forcing us to make this choice. These have to go through, so we're going to have this here. Block a 4 in a row. Block 4s in a row. Block a 4 in a row, and then block a 4 in a row. No 4 in a row of any kind, and we connect the dark cells. So let's block what we know. Here, those are blocked. So since we have to connect the dark cells, this is now forced. So is that. These must escape, but I don't know what else to do after that. Oh, hold on. Oh, that was lucky. I meant to click right here, and I accidentally clicked too high. Dang. This will have to move to the left. There's no getting around it. This will also have to move to the right, which is going to force these dead ends here. Not sure which spot we're going to take here yet. The only escape is to the left in this situation. We do have to escape down here. That means these dark cells have to come through here and through there. Excellent. These are the forced escape points. We don't want 4 in a row of light cells here, so there has to be a dark cell right in that spot. There could be one here as well, but if there is one here, there's also one to the left of it. These have to escape in this direction. All right, now that is forced. Cool. We have to block the 4 in a row here. And block a 4 in a row. Okay, that's the Mirabilis, but we're going to try to go for all 25, baby. Here's number 6. No squares of white, but squares of black are acceptable. Actually, they aren't because dark regions have area 2. So, connect all light cells. This is forced. This can't be a dark cell. We can't connect these, it would overload. Light cells must connect. This one is because the corner rule, no squares. That's the corner rule. Can't connect these to each other. These are complete. Light cells must escape. No squares. Escape. There we go. Okay, escape, and then there's your dark cells. Number 7, no 4 in a row. Connect all dark cells. Excellent. So that has to be dark, and that has to be dark. We got to block the 4s where we see them. One of those could be light. We're not sure yet. So escaping. These are the escape points here. Don't need to connect light cells, so don't care about that. That's blocked. This has to come through on the side. That means this is the escape direction, I guess. That's the choke point. There's got to be dark cells going into here, at least, so we know this. There has to be dark cells in this area, so there has to be at least one here. Now, if there isn't any dark cell in this area, then we have 4 in a row white, so we do have to bring this up at least this far. And actually, this blocks a 4 in a row, so we do have to bring this, block the 4 in a row. Alright, how do we do this section now? If I put a dark cell here, we'd have light cells both of these spots, which wouldn't be the end of the world. Block 4 in a row there. Dark cells must escape through this top section. Block. Block. Yeah, so that was a dark cell, the spot I was thinking about, which means we come through, we have to block the 4s, and we solved it. Alright, number 8. Don't make squares of white. Connect all the light cells and all dark regions of area 2. So we've seen this rule, so we have to block these immediately. The 2s have to happen. Corner rule. White has to escape. And we have to block these. This is complete. Those can't go. We have to make that escape. Corner rule. Actually, hold on. This one's just complete here. What's next? No squares. One of these two's got to be dark. Yeah, one of these two right here has to be dark. If it's the bottom one, then the top one is dark. And if this is light, then this is also dark, so that must be a dark square right here. Didn't really help me, though. If this is a dark square, that's light, that's dark. If this is a light square, that's dark, and that's light. So that doesn't help me. That's just going back and forth. Where's the move without guessing? One of these two is dark. Now, if this square is dark, it can't move to the left. It has to move up, making both of these dark squares, which would block in the light. So we can't have a dark square there. That means we've settled this little question. The light cells must escape. Actually, if this is a dark cell, then the lights are trapped in here. So we do, in fact, have this settled as well. No squares, no squares, and we should have a complete puzzle. All right, we're done to number 9. No dominoes of black and no 4 in a row of white. So let's start by filling in the spaces around the black cells. Cool. Now let's look for 4 in a rows. We have some here. I think that's the only one that was an obvious 4 in a row, which lets us fill in these spots. We also want to connect all light cells, which means nothing yet. Oh, hold on. This is a 4 in a row spot. This is a 4 in a row spot. Any others? this is a 4 in a row spot here. So light cells connect. It's got to come out. That's got to come out, right? So that's got to be dark, which means these have to escape. This is our escape plan here. That's a 4 in a row spot. So this is the only passage out. That's a 4 in a row. This has to escape. That's a 4 in a row. That's a 4 in a row. This is the only passageway through. So we have to block these. And that's a 4 in a row. So we have to let the white escape, and we're done. All right, number 10. No 4 in a row of any kind. So let's block this. We know the dark cells are going to escape, so that has to be done. So does that. No 4 in a row means here as well. No 4 in a row. That's your escape. There's got to be something in here, so this has to be a dark cell, and so does that. That blocks this off, which means this is the way out. We have to block it, so there we go. We have to bring dark cells through here. Therefore, this is that section there. Cool. Number 11. No 4 in a rows of any kind. So we have to block these. Connect the dark cells. Block these. The only way this is going to get out is through here. That's going to be interesting, because we're going to have to bring it around like so. Have to block this. Bring around the corner. We've seen this pattern before. Block the 4 in a row. Block the 4 in a row here. This is going to be interesting. Around the corner and through. That's a cool one. Number 12. No 4 in a row. Connect all dark cells. Seems like we have some patterns when it comes to certain puzzles here. That's going to come out. That's going to come out. This has to come out. 4 in a row is blocked. We have to bring this up and around. Blocked. 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 Next step. Where's a 4 in a row spot? Oh, hold on. Dark cells have to come up through here. Oh dear. There we go. All right, number 13. No dominoes of black. And we want to make sure the white does not have 4 in a row. This is a potential 4 in a row spot. And connect all light cells. That's that. Connect light cells. 4 in a row. Connect light cells. 4 in a row. Connect light cells. There's got to be a dark cell somewhere in here. Block the 4 in a row. Oh, hold on. Connect light cells. This is now blocked, which means this is the escape route on the bottom. And then here we have to block. Okay, no white squares. Connect all light cells, though, and dark regions of area 2. So we've seen this before. The light cells have to escape. The dark cells have to be completed. Light cells escape. Corner rule means there's that. This must be completed. No squares. No squares. No squares. I'm actually like really nervous right now. I know it probably doesn't look it because I'm just slowly, methodically going through these, but I'm so worried I misclick. I'm trying to do it with 0 mistakes, but I can make 2. I can make 2 mistakes and we'll be fine. Having a little drink. Light cells must escape. No squares. Escape. No squares. No squares. Escape. They must come through here. No squares. Excellent. No 4 in a row. Connect all dark cells. We've seen this rule before. Alright, here's our only out. We have to block the 4 in a row here. This is the only escape for the dark cell. In that way, this must be a dark cell. And this must be, so we have to bring this down. We have to block, which means this is our only way out here. We have to bring around this corner and through. No! No, I meant to click. Oh. That's why I gotta slow down. Alright. Dominoes. I cannot get too confident and start clicking fast. I have to slow this down. Light cells connect, no 4s. No 4 in a row anywhere, no 4s. Light cells have to get out. This must escape. We have to block this must escape. We must block these. Block that, which means this is now our only passageway through the bottom. Have to block a 4 in a row there. Block a 4 in a row here, and there. And here. So now this is our only escape up that side. We're good. No squares of light, but connect all light cells in dark regions of area 2. There. Light cells must escape. Escape. Those have to be dark. Escape. No squares. No squares. Those can't connect to each other. Escape. No squares. Corner rule. No squares. No squares. Corner rule. No squares. Alright. Same rules as before. We have to block these, so now that's done. Corner rule. Actually, this is just done there. We can't make that a dark cell under any circumstances. Light cells escape. Corner rule. Those can't connect to each other. This could not be dark, because then where would it extend? Can't have squares. Corner rule. Oh, hold on. This just has to escape. This could be a dark cell still. No squares. Excellent. Must escape. No squares. Corner rule. Corner rule. Squares, I mean. And then here, no squares. No 4 in a row, connect all dark cells. So that is done. That is done. So the black cells have to come out this way. This has to be a dark cell. Has to escape somewhere. We have to block that. So now this is the escape here. We have to bring this down and around this direction. That's the escape passage through here. Now, if this is a dark cell, then this is light. We'd still be fine, I think. Now, if this is a light cell, the dark cells have to come around here, in which case both of these have to be light cells. This cannot be a light cell. It's got to be a dark cell. So now that's the escape passageway, like so. Now we have to block the 4 in a rows, but it's done there. No 4 in a row of any kind. Connect dark cells again. That's a 4 in a row and a block. That's a 4 in a row and a block. So we have to bring these out this direction and block them here. Now we have to block both of these, which means our dark cells have to escape this way somehow and come through here. This is also a choke point for dark cells. Choke points all over the place. This is a choke point we have to bring through. And that means this comes up and it's choked out. That's up. We have to go around the corner. Our little around the corner trick, as always. Now, in this area, do I come through this way or do I come up? Okay, well, if I come up through here, I would have to not come through. If I come through this direction, then I have to block here and go down. But then I could also still come up this way. Right? No, if I think I have to come through here. If this is a light cell, then all this is dark, right? These are all dark. And then these are both light, which means these would both have to be dark. No, that's possible. If this is a dark cell, both of these are light, which means we have dark cells coming around here. Light cell. And dark cells coming around here, which means this is light. And how do we connect it here? So I think this has to be a light cell. I'm correct. As always. And then here, bring this. We have to block the 4 in a rows under all circumstances. No 4 in a row of white and no dominoes of black. Cool. We also have to connect all light cells. So we've done this one before. This is our only escape path here. Block that. Block there. That's blocked. I've got to block that one. Block this one. Block that one. And here is blocked. And here is blocked. And here is blocked. So now the only way into this upper section is through this passageway. So we've got to block them here. Where do I block? Do I block it here? Yes, that's because it's a 4 in a row. And that has to escape. Now down here, simple. Same rules as before. Block the 4 in a row. Light has to escape in all cases. That's the only escape route. Block that. Block this. So this is now the only escape route right here. Block that. That has to escape. That has to block. So this is the way out here. That's got to go down. This could be a dark cell. We don't know yet. Can this be a light cell? Yes. This cannot, though. So now here's your escape route. Which means this has to be dark. Oh, so close. No squares of white. Connect all light cells. All dark regions have area 2. So that's got to be a dark cell. So we're going to start there. This has to be a dark cell. And this has to be a dark cell. And this does not. But this has to be. Corner rule. Dark cell because of the squares. One of these two is dark. If this is a dark cell, we're in trouble. So this one has to be a dark cell. This has to be a dark cell for the square rule. So does that. Light cells do have to connect, so we're watching that. Corner rule. There we are. Dark cells. Squares, 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 squares. So close. No dominoes of black, no 4 in a row of white. Connect all light cells. These have to go this direction. There's that. Okay, the only way through in this lower area is here. Now, where do we go from here? That cell. That's blocked. Easy as pie. Last one. I can do this. I can make one more mistake, and that's all I can do. Dark regions of area 2, so we back to this rule with light cells connecting. No squares. No squares. No squares. No squares. Ooh, did it. Only one mistake. Alrighty. Oh, there's the Mirabili. The Mirabilises. Was I ever going to find where these matchboxes go? Since I'm in this area and they're going to probably disappear before I move on, I don't know. I also hear the guy, the Shy Aura, but I have not found where he's supposed to be. Right? Like, I'm circling the drain here. And I don't see, like, where's the guy that's disappearing? No idea. Oh, there he is. Okay, it's not a flag guy. It might be someone I'm looking at. Let's just do one of these and head into the temple. Is it here? Is it around this? There's something in the way, but there's like a room here. Maybe it's this way? No? Did he disappear on me without me? Is he? He might be a movement guy. Yeah. Okay. So, where are the other matchboxes? I don't know. What the? No! No! Okay. Annoying. Wasn't there a guy in here? Oh, I thought I saw a shower in there. Oh, there he is. There we go. Okay, I was, only looking for where to find these boxes, and I've been very distracted by other things. I should probably end it right around here. It's been about an hour. Long enough amount of time. Cool. Well, that's that, I guess. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.